We're gonna fuck this episode in the mouth and the holes and shit. We're live. So how are you doing, Greg?
I've been well, my friend. How about you?
Oh, I've been amazing. Hello, Ashley O'Neill. I'd like to say hi to everyone in the chat. Ashley, Kathy's in the chat. Renee's in the chat. Mart is in the chat. Everyone in the chat. Joe Bashir. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bellin. We have Hellfire Jack on the show today, but before we bring them on, I would like to give a shout out to some of the people that support us and some of our sponsors, I would think you would say. Speaking of Kathy Grant, she has her own show now called Reignite with Kathy Grant, featuring Toya Wilcox, who is a famous 80s musician. I don't know if you've heard of her, not Doof, but she was really popular in UK and a little popular in the States. We also have in the trenches with David the Rat Rattenberry. He's interviewing Ryan Roxy. The original host of that show is taking a break for that episode. He probably needs it. We also have the Voice It show. They have Matt Long. He's probably related to Matt Short. I'm not sure. But that is on May 27th at 9 a.m. PST. I don't even think Ryan Roxy is live tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST. Reignite is on at 11 a.m. UK time on May 25th. And we also have new Catfight Coffee coming, which is the Highlander Grog.
Ooh, yeah. And
for all of your music news, go to audiovanentertainment.com. They've been bringing the noise since 2015. And without further ado, let's bring on the man with the beard and the guy that probably can't talk. How are you guys doing?
We're pretty good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing lovely. How are you doing, Max? All righty then.
Max can just sit and watch. Yeah.
Does he normally not talk? Like, is he?
Yeah, this is his role in the band, really. Yeah.
Oh, he's not much of a talker. So before we went live, we was talking about you have a third nut.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
With
literally just discovered, yeah.
With three separate sacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually have a dysmorphia as well. I have cat nipples, which means I have rows.
I used to have it wasn't a third nipple as such. I think it was just a bone growth in the middle here, but it did feel a bit like a boob. It's with age, it's gone. But yeah.
You hear that, people? You can get old and lose a tit. You have an epic beard. Do you want to give Garak some growth tips?
Yeah, please.
Just keep pushing. I mean, yeah, that's all you can do. Just keep pushing. You're 3 months in. It's early days. Just got to keep at it,
He just gave you the same advice somebody gives a pregnant woman. Just keep pushing. just keep pushing. You'll get through. So how long
what have you tried so far?
Oh, nothing. Because I get to a certain point.
There you go. You've not tried, so you need to try harder.
It's hard when you're working in hospitality.
There's no excuse.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll take that then.
You can wear one of those net things.
Oh no! Fuck that, dude.
I generally wear one anyway. I quite like them.
I'll let it grow now, since it's getting colder here now, over here in Australia.
Oh, you're heading into winter, aren't you? Of course.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in Arizona. We don't have a winter. We have 3 seasons I've discovered. We have hot. Holy shit, there's a monsoon. And fuck, it's 120 degrees outside and I'm dying. That's the 3 seasons of Arizona.
We have rain, and a bit of sun. That's pretty much our 4 seasons. Yeah.
Where did you say you're located?
In North Yorkshire.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Little spa town, little town called Harrogate.
And where's Max from? You could answer for him.
He's the same. Yeah, we both grew up in the same place, pretty much.
He looks like the guy from Home Improvement.
I don't even know if he knows he's on screen. He's just doing
Is he just watching this and he thinks that this is just a show that he's watching? He's like, I really love this channel. Hi, you can hear us. Can you speak?
He can just use gestures, hand gestures, and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he loves it.
Oh, look, he loves somebody. I don't know. Might be Renee. I don't know. I want to live in. So, what's your dream place to live in? Do you live in your dream place, or is there somewhere you'd like to go?
Oh, I don't know. I quite like it around here, to be fair. There's plenty going on. But I guess one of the places I've really enjoyed going was Vancouver. Really liked it out there. I can never see me living there, obviously, but nice place. But it's just nice to travel. I like to travel, find new places. See breaks like European cities and stuff is really cool. One day it'd be nice to take the band out into Europe. That was the plan last year before everything went tits up. We're supposed to be going over to Holland for a week or so, but we have to put that on hold.
Have you ever been to the States yet?
I spent a weekend in Seattle. It's the only place I've been in the States. So it's cool though. I liked it. Good food.
Seattle's a nice place. I've never been there, but from what I've seen, it's a really nice place. They have a lot of great musicians, heroin. I think that pretty much sums up Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, there's a lot of people kind of pushing trolleys around with cans in. That was something we don't really get here. The homeless guys sort of collecting cans and things, I guess, to get recycled and get some money. But that was interesting. But
homelessness is a big problem in Seattle, and it's also a huge problem here in Arizona.
Yeah, it is here in Harrogate, to be honest. Yeah, it's a problem everywhere.
Here in Arizona, we have this regular entertainment homeless person. She's a great entertainer. My roommate drives to work, and Tony, who used to be the co-host, good friend of mine, would drive to work. And there's this woman that stands at a bus stop, and every day she strips naked, dancing to nothing. No music, nothing. And then she gets on the bus and takes her freak show to the next bus stop. And I would like to know her touring schedule because that seems like a act I want to see. She should probably open for you guys.
Oh yeah, we'd happily take that. Yeah,
dancing homeless woman.
Yeah, we don't have an act like that in Harrogate for sure. Maybe not even in the UK. I've never seen one like that. So, yeah.
It's like a strip tease, but more crack involved.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start in music?
God, there's 10 years between me and Max, so I'm like 39 now. I'm getting on. Max is only 29. I just turned 30 actually, 9 years between us. So I started Hellfire Jack without Max about 9 years ago, back in 2012. But prior to that, me and Max had a different band for about 6 years. So a long time, basically. 50. We go back 15 years, really. We both had projects before that as well. A long time. And then when our old band broke up and I started Hellfire Jack, Max was actually moved out to Australia with his family. So I set Hellfire Jack up with a different drummer, which lasted about 7 years, and then he moved on. Max was back, so it's just the perfect storm, I guess. So he came back in, and now here we are, two cousins, blues duo, enjoying it. Yeah, it's good.
So you guys have any shows coming up, or are you guys pretty much still on lockdown?
Yeah, we've got a few this year, only local stuff, to be honest. It's been really tough. We were kind of lucky because we had a sort of 3 or 4 shows at the beginning of 2020. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of bands didn't get to play at all last year. So we were quite lucky. Had a few gigs. I think our last gig was March last year. We've basically had, more than sort of 15, 16 months off now. So yeah, we're back on. First gig not booked in for the 17th of July, I think it is. So yeah, can't wait. It's been a long time.
Sweet. During this lockdown, what have you guys been doing with your free time? Have you been writing new music, sitting on the couch watching Tiger King? What have you guys?
Yeah, I think everybody did that. Yeah, I think Tiger King was a bigger hit over here or what do you want to call it, over there. But yeah, we've been trying to write. I mean, it's hard when you can't really meet up, and we're the kind of band we create music by jamming together, really, just locking ourselves in a rehearsal room and just seeing what happens. So that's been really difficult, but yeah, we've still been trying to write. We did have a brief spell at the back end of last year where you were allowed to rehearse, which was great. So made the most of that chance, and yeah, we've had like 3 singles out in the last 12 months, so we're still carried on, still written, still managed to produce and record. So it's not all bad, but we're a live band, that's why we do it, is to play live. So hopefully things are looking good. Beyond June, we should be fully out of lockdown. There'll be no social distancing. You'll be able to have proper gigs again. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for you guys to get back out there. And what I find ironic, during that, you discussing all of that, Max muted himself. And it's not like he needed to. But yeah, I hope you get
trying to be professional, yeah.
What's in the cup?
This. So Camden Pale.
Oh, nice.
A pale ale. That's very nice.
You're drinking your pale ale. I'm getting roasted and toasted. We're having a good old merry old time. So, well, how's the lockdown situation though right now over there? Are you guys like still have like regulations? Are you guys open? Is it both? Like,
it's basically this kind of what they call a roadmap out of lockdown. So we're now on step 3 of the unlocking essentially. So the pubs opened for indoor hospitality on last week on Monday. So in the restaurants, so you can now go into a restaurant, you could go into a bar or a pub. You still got to be within a group of 6. You've got to wear a mask when you're moving around, but at least you can go inside. Because before that, you had to, they were open for a month where you could only eat or drink outside, and prior to that, they were just shut completely, obviously. So yeah, it's slowly getting back to normal. It's been hard, and the industry itself's just taken a battering, absolute battering. They've had some government support, but I don't know how much they got, but a lot of people argue not enough. On the music venue side, a lot have shut down. They just haven't survived, which is it's a real shame. So yeah, I just hope that once things do get back to normal, that people do get out and start, getting back into the venues that are still open and and supporting the scene really, because they've had a really hard time.
The music industry and like the live entertainment industry was hit the worst during this pandemic. That is true. And to answer Naomi's question in the chat, she asked me about my cup. Yes, it is a pipe that is also a coffee mug. It is very genius. But yeah, the music industry is, I am a concert fanatic, and not being able to go to one for like over a year. Yeah. I could only imagine being a performer during this.
Yeah.
Especially.
Me too, though. I mean, I love watching bands, not necessarily big concerts either. I like just going to, the local venues around where I live and just watching bands that you've never seen before, that you've never heard of. I prefer to do that, to be honest. Just rock up at a gig that I have no idea who they are and just check them out and give something new a try. I've really missed that.
That's how I learned a lot of my music, is I'm like, hey, these bands are at this venue. I don't know who anyone is or what genre it is, but I'll go. Yeah.
And it's great. No, it's good though. It's a good way to discover new stuff, I think a lot of people would enjoy it if they tried it as well. I think a lot of people just go to the big gigs of the bands that they've heard of or the artists that they've heard of, and don't necessarily turn up to like a 3-band lineup or whatever of stuff that they've never heard of. And I think if more people did that, they'd probably find they discover something they really enjoy. So,
well, sometimes the opening acts always surprises me too. Every time I go to a gig, you never heard of those bands before, but then when they play and like a couple of songs in, you're into them. And you just
I was about ready to bring that up because there are a lot of people that go to mainstream acts and don't watch the opening bands. It is important to watch.
I agree. I mean, I've got friends that I'll go to a bigger gig with them, and they're like, "Oh, we can go for a beer first because it's only the support band on." And it's like, well, no, I kind of want to see them more than the headline sometimes. Check out something new. I've discovered loads of cool bands, by doing that.
There's a guy that I was friends with. He's an older gentleman. He's like in his 60s or 70s now. He owned a bar in Boston, and this is how important seeing local bands are. When he was running this bar, a local band was playing there, and he went and saw them. And their name at the time was the Bad Boys of Boston. He heard them on the radio 5 years later. Turned out to be Aerosmith. They changed their name, and you never know. That could happen in your own area. You could go see a local band, and next thing you know, you just saw like the future.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, we played a band night in a small club in Harrogate. This is going back probably 10 years ago, and there was a band there that no one even watched. I think they had the football on the screen, like in the other room, and everyone just went to watch the football rather than watch the band. And then that band, ultimately within a year or two, became Alt J, a national, a worldwide touring band.
Yeah,
nobody cared at all. It's just crazy,
Mm-hmm. And that happens a lot.
Yeah,
because a girl that I was talking to at a concert, she went and saw Motley Crue many years ago. It was like the late 80s. She went and saw them, and the opening act for a couple dates was Pantera. When they were a hair metal band. This was before Phil joined. And she went and saw the opening act, and she's like, I don't know who these guys are, but they've got a cool sound. They're going places. And then come to find out they became like the biggest band of the 90s.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
It's like, speaking of, if you get a chance to see Motley Crue, don't. That's my word of it.
I've seen them. I never saw Pantera, sadly, either. I
would have liked to their stadium tour.
I went and saw Motley Crue, and you'd be better off seeing Alvin and the Chipmunks because it's the same performance. It's the same performance. It's like a really hammered Alvin and the Chipmunks. By the way, that question about the mug was from Renee, not Naomi. They're arguing about that in the chat. First concert ever. Have you seen Vanilla Ice? That's a good one.
I haven't. No.
Did you know that he's a metal artist now?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he released a metal album several years ago. He released a metal album. And one of the songs on his metal album, I think he released like 3 of them. One of the songs on it was called Too Cold. It was a remake of Ice Ice Baby with the members of Korn.
Wow.
Because that was a weird era for Korn because they released that with Vanilla Ice, and then years prior to that, they released a cover of Earache My Eye featuring Cheech Marin of Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I've learned something new. Thank you.
You either leave this show learning something new or being disgusted. There's no in between. Do you know what a pink sock is? You're about to learn something else new.
No, I was going to ask you actually.
This is the dreaded question on every episode. Pink sock sounds innocent, right? It's not.
Yes. It wasn't, but yes.
It is the act when you perform anal sex too many times without lubricant, you can actually turn your asshole inside out, and that dangling mass resembles that of a pink sock.
Oh, right. This is where Max needs to come in, but sadly he's got no audio.
He's got no. He's got no audio, and he put in the private chat that he can't hear us, but earlier he waved at us and said that he can hear us. So I don't know what's going on with Max. We would love to have you guys on for a part 2 in the future where he can actually talk. That'd be great. Maybe just an episode of just Max. I don't.
I'd tune into that. Yeah. I'm just checking out the wooden cabinets. I'm not. I don't know where he is.
Where's he at? Is he in like one of your closets?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
He's hiding out in somebody's closet or some shit. They might find him. Can you hear us, Max? Give us a thumbs up. Did he just shake his head? No. Can you hear us? Nope.
He's probably just walking to a completely different.
So, for those listening that's wondering what his shirt says, it says Fuzz Lord. I thought it said Jizz Lord, but it says we are working on merchandise, and that's one that I want to get. But
you were going to put, you'd asked I saw you were asking for suggestions about merchandise. Do you have any ideas?
I was thinking about getting shirts, of course, with the name on it, but I would also like to get a limited time only shirt with like all the different quotes from the show. because we've had interesting stories told. Like, do you know who Mike Visano is?
No.
He's the I think 5th, 7th, and 12th drummer of Warrant. He also has played with a lot of different acts, but he was on the show, and his nickname's the Sack.
Right. Okay.
And obviously, you want to know why.
Obviously.
Well, this guy has a huge nutsack.
Okay.
And he draped it over a porn star's forehead.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to get that on a shirt about him draping his. Have you done anything crazy like that with your life? Have you?
No, very sheltered.
You need to try.
Yeah.
You need to try to have a porn star wear your balls like goggles. Marta says she can't hear. Well, I'll speak louder. You have a rather great hairstyle. Like, do you wake up that way or do you style it?
I was born this way. Yeah, it's made of plastic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, like a Lego man, where you just stick it on.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah. He don't even shave. He just wakes up every morning, puts the beard on. He's actually Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Go Gadget hat.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Right. So you're either tatted or your skin's just discolored. But how many tattoos you got?
Yeah, both. Quite a few. They've kind of built up over the years. Both arms, back, chest. But, I've actually got. It's actually a Jethro Tull piece. Believe it or not, on here.
Oh shit! They were the metal band of the year back in the day.
Oh man,
in the 90s.
I love the early Jethro. I love the bluesy stuff at the beginning. I think it's really good.
Would you say they're your favorite band?
One of them, yeah, one of them definitely. The early stuff, yeah. I think Ian Anderson's a great frontman. Just an interesting band. They were doing stuff at the time that nobody else was really doing. You know, especially with the flute in there and stuff. I just thought it was really cool. If you watch them at like Isle of Wight, 1970, or some of the early gigs, festivals, just really, really good performers, just different and cool. But I've got a very kind of eclectic kind of taste in music, I think. Big fan of 80s Matchbox Beeline Disaster. I don't know if you know them. British band from a few years ago. They disbanded a while back now. But early Black Keys, Clutch, heavier stuff. You know, I was really into Machine Head. So caught their anniversary tour last year, a year before, I think it was. For Burn My Eyes, that was good.
Machine Head's really good. I've never seen them live, but they will.
I have, yeah. I was scared of the pit.
Did you see them on their Evening with Machine Head tour, or?
I don't know what it was. It was the Burn My Eyes anniversary tour. So they did it was like a 3-hour set. They did
they would have done like 2 sets.
Yeah.
The original lineup and the I know which one, because I've seen video clips, and he posted up somebody in Australia in the pit. I can't remember what song it was, but he's doing a shoey.
Right.
A shoey is when you drink beer out of a shoe, and there's this guy just headbanging in the pit, and everybody's circle pitting around him. He's just drinking a shoey, drinking beer out of his shoe in the middle of a pit. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, my buddy Tony actually saw them on that tour too, and he was like, they played for almost 4 hours. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, crazy.
How his vocal held up for that time, you know, it's not the tamest vocal, is it? You know, it was great though. It was really, really good gig.
Since you are a Jethro Tull fan, I have to ask you this question because it was very controversial at the time. Jethro Tull in the 90s. This was around the time when Metallica's The Black Album came out, if I'm not mistaken. Jethro Tull ended up winning Metal Band of the Year over Metallica.
I didn't know that, and I don't really understand how. I mean, they kind of went very proggy, didn't they? I wouldn't call it metal.
Well, they actually, you know how the industry works. They didn't call it Metal Band of the Year. They called it Metal/Hard Rock Band of the Year. Like, they grouped them together as one genre, which they're not.
Right.
And Metallica ended up losing, which arguably around that time, I do love Jethro Tull, but Metallica was a much bigger band.
Oh, yeah.
And they're much more known. They should have won that award.
Yeah, I never knew that. But
Oh yeah, that was crazy. And Jethro Tull didn't release an album for about 3 years around that time.
yeah,
So they won an award and they didn't even have an album out.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, I only really liked the first kind of 4 or 5 albums, and it went a bit kind of proggy and weird for me. But yeah, the bluesy stuff, I really any kind of blues stuff, I'm really into. It's like big Rory Gallagher fan as well. If you hadn't heard of Rory Gallagher, the Irish guitarist, love his stuff. Obviously, he's not around anymore, but yeah, some really good stuff.
So are you like into like, you said your music taste is very vast. Are you into like weirder music like Primus, Frank Zappa?
Yeah. Max is a big Frank Zappa fan as well. But yeah, anything like I like a lot of the stoner kind of rock bands as well.
Like Sabbath.
Electric Wizard, Sabbath, The Sword. Really like The Sword.
He's talking to us.
He's doing some promotion.
That's a badass shirt. He's also talking to us through his name, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that kind of desert rock stuff. Yeah, definitely. As I mentioned, big fan of Clutch as well. Neil Fallon, I think's a great frontman.
And also, we're talking about all these blues rock bands. We can't miss out on Black Sabbath, the blues rock band that created heavy metal.
Yeah. Did you know that Tony Iommi was from played in Jethro Tull?
Yes, I actually
time though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2 performances, if I remember correctly. One was a TV performance for
Rock and Roll Circus.
Yeah. It's in Ozzy's book, actually, because Tony left Black Sabbath before they really released an album, and he joined Jethro, and then they reformed Sabbath. So he almost didn't have Black Sabbath.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Black Sabbath stuff. Not so keen on was it the latest album? Was it 13?
Yeah,
13.
I like it.
Don't know. The early stuff, I think, is really good.
If I'm not mistaken, when that Black Sabbath album was released, Ozzy had just relapsed again, and he was doing cocaine when he released that album.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Because there's a song on that album. Isn't that the album that has the song Methamphetamine on it? I think is the name of the song. Yeah, Ozzy was actually wrote that song about the time where he was addicted to meth. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I didn't know that was. I mean, he's never been that thin. I mean, I didn't know. He has teeth.
I've only seen them once. They did a tour. Oh God, it must be probably 10 years ago. It was a stadium tour over here. I think I saw them in Sheffield Arena.
Badass.
And, but yeah, it was amazing. I thought it would be sketchy as anything, to be honest. But yeah, it was great. The vocal was spot on. I thought it was going to be awful, absolute car crash. Yeah, it was great.
I've never got to see Sabbath. I almost did on their last tour, but I did see Ozzy, and I've seen him about 3 times now. And when he's on, it's the best performance you've seen. But when he has an off night, look out. But the one off night he had that I saw was hilarious because he's stage shy and camera shy, so he gets lost in his words a lot. Plus all the drugs he did, and he went to introduce his band, and he was like, "We got my guitarist Zach Wild, we got my bassist Blasco, and we got my drummer. What the fuck's his name?" And Zach Wild walked up to him and told him that Tommy Clefidas, and Ozzy was like, "The next song was Paranoid."
That was a good impression. Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of impersonations. But Ozzy's a gem. Like, when they let him talk, you laugh your ass off because he's like, "Oh, here's my hat, Sharon." I wish they'd bring the Osbournes back, but it's like old Ozzy just trying to figure out how technology works nowadays. Like, I'm on fucking Facebook. What the fuck's a Facebook? I thought it was my yearbook from when I was in school.
The drummer you mentioned that they'd forgotten his name. Who was that? Was that the guy with the long hair?
Yeah.
He looks like the young Bill Ward.
Yeah.
What made me laugh about that though is I'm like, Tommy Clufetus has played for Ozzy Osbourne's solo band for the last, if I'm not mistaken, 11 years, and he was Black Sabbath's last drummer, and he can't remember the guy's name.
Well, I forget Max's name on occasion. You know, it's tough.
Max, the man who can't hear anything. You know what?
At least it's still here. At least it's not giving up.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
And he's just going to talk to us through his name. I love it. He can hear us. Look, he's laughing. He's fucking with us.
Yeah.
So what kind of shows do you guys watch when you are like TV shows and shit? Like, what do you like to do? Like, what shows?
I don't really watch TV shows. I watch the odd like series and things, but like Breaking Bad and the big series. But I like crime documentaries as well. Yeah, they're pretty good. But other than that, we watched Tiger King, and I mentioned that we did watch that in lockdown last year.
How about serial killer documentaries? You said crime.
Oh yeah, watch all those. Yeah, anything on Netflix. Yeah.
Have you seen The Confession Killer?
Probably, yeah, probably. They all kind of just merge. They're all quite similar, aren't they? But yeah, I probably have.
If you want a good series to watch, if you have Amazon Prime by chance, there's this series on there. If you thought Tiger King was crazy, this show is called The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. And it is about this family. Their last name is White. They live in West Virginia. I might be related to them. I don't know. But they are a wild, drug-fueled family. And this documentary follows them. Like, this one woman with no teeth in her head was like, I'm the hottest woman in West Virginia. I'm like, I'm not going to dispute that. But
yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I think the last one I watched was The Sons of Sam. You seen that one?
Yeah, I saw that advertised. I think me and my buddy watched it a few nights ago.
It kind of linked with the occult and stuff. And yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. Some weird like animal sacrifice going on in there, which, yeah, it's some weird stuff.
It's just a typical Saturday.
Yeah.
That doesn't say much for West Virginia. I only knew a couple girls from West Virginia that were attractive, but they were from Pittsburgh. They weren't even from there.
But yeah, nothing else really. I like films, and yeah.
What kind of movies?
I like horror films. Although to be fair, to find a decent horror film, I find is quite difficult. So much
not
crap.
the same anymore.
Do you like the old like B films though, the B horror films?
I've got a mate that's really into them, and I keep meaning to sort of borrow some to try it. But no, it's something I need to explore for sure.
If you get a chance, there is a free app. I will send it to you. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But there's a free streaming app, and they have all the movies from a company by the name of Full Moon Features. They are the king of B horror films. Like, they created Puppet Master. They created... There's a series that I've been following. It's really dumb, but it's cool at the same time, called Evil Bong. It's about this bong that is haunted, and it comes to life. And whenever you smoke out of it, it takes you to a dream realm, and the bong will steal your soul. It's bad, but it's good.
Unbelievable, yeah.
And the first movie, if that doesn't catch your attention, the first movie has Tommy Chong in it from Cheech and Chong. And there's a lot of good B films. Attack of the 20-Foot Cheerleader.
I've heard of that. Yeah. Definitely heard of that one.
Don't watch the movie Rubber.
No.
That's a B horror film about a fucking tire coming to life and killing people. Another
film I'll probably enjoy, though, to be fair.
There was one called Attack of the Killer Condom. It's like a Japan, like B-graded horror film.
I'd have to watch that. Is it a used condom?
Oh, fucking, I don't know. I don't really come up with this shit, but like, yeah, I remember watching that like years ago. Yeah, it's just a condom with possessed with teeth. Like, this is dumb.
Since we
Whoever
can't
comes up with that stuff is just like probably high or some shit.
since we can't hear Max, I went ahead and took him off the screen because he shut his camera off. But yeah, Attack of the Killer Condom is something I want to watch.
Well, there's a few there I can go and try and get hold of for sure. Yeah.
Have you seen Teeth?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe.
It's about this woman who has a birth defect where her vagina has teeth.
No, I haven't.
and every guy that she has sex with, it kills them.
I haven't. No, I've not seen that one. No.
But it's cool because the guys try to like rape her and it like fucking kills them. But like it's nuts. But I was talking to a buddy of mine and he's like, "Would you have sex with her?" And I'm like, "Her mouth has teeth, not stopping me." Like, you know what I mean? You seem like a really chill dude and someone that likes to like. What do you like to do for fun? Do you like to hunt like people?
Yeah, yeah. What do we do? Oh, yeah, just drink.
he likes to drink.
Yeah. Just get down the bar, and have a few beers, and yeah, I do try and do a bit of exercise here and there, walking and stuff. But yeah, just try and lead an easy life, really.
It seems like a lot of people over like in England and shit loves to drink more than Americans.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's probably a bit of a problem over here with regards to drink, I think. But I'm by no means an alcoholic, but it's just what Brits do, I think. Hey?
But
us Aussies love to drink. We're big drinking, even though I don't drink, but
it's not as bad. It's not as bad as in Scotland, though. Them people drink to die. They don't drink for fun. They drink because they want to die.
Like Buckfast and all sorts of strong shit, are they? It's,
I was watching Robin Williams the other day, and he was like, I went to Scotland to hang out with a friend of mine, and I was drinking, and I woke up the next morning. I'm like, I'm throwing up blood. And he's like, and? And he's like, then I realized they don't drink for fun. They drink because they want to die.
Yeah, I mean, that's my problem, though. I mean, I like to have a drink, but my hangovers are just awful. And it's not even an age thing. They've always been awful. Ever since I started drinking, I don't just get a headache and be sick. I feel like my body's literally shutting down, palpitations, sweats. Ooh. It's not good.
That's why I stick to my herbal supplements.
Yeah.
There's no hangover with that.
Yeah. That's the only downside. So I've been on a few stag do's and things, in Europe, and that's been awful. Coming back from a stag do on an aeroplane, you're throwing up everywhere.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's not good. But you never learn. You just carry on. And you hope one day they'll subside, but they don't.
Once the pandemic lifts, where would you like to tour?
Well, the UK would be nice.
Is that your dream tour, though?
Anywhere outside of Yorkshire would be nice. But yeah, I mean, we've over the years we've played a lot of cities in the UK, but there's a lot we haven't played. But it'd be nice to get into Europe. I mean, our kind of stuff. I've got friends in bands, and that kind of blues bass, kind of garage band type stuff just seems to go down really well in Europe. So it'd be really nice to get out there. But to be honest, now we're not in the EU, I don't even know how that's going to work either. It's just going to be even harder. So let's just start small. Let's just start, at least get gigging in the UK again and get that going. And maybe next year, see what happens.
Yeah, touring outside of your own country seems to be complicated right now because of all the flight restrictions. You not only have to be vaccinated. I was talking to someone the other day about it. In order to fly from another country, even into the United States, you not only have to be vaccinated, but you have to have family in that country. If you do not, they will not let you fly. And it has to be intermediate family. It can't be like a distant cousin.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck. What about people that live in both countries?
Yeah. Who knows? It's just the world's just mad at the moment.
So for anyone that wants to follow you, they can find you on Facebook at Hellfire Jack, Hellfire Jack Band. They can also find you on Instagram, and you guys have a website, if I'm not mistaken.
We have a website. Suddenly, it's not working because I can't afford to renew the So don't bother. We do own a URL, hellfirejack.com, but you'll just find there's nothing there because I can't afford to renew
That is the most 2021 thing I've ever heard.
Sums up the year, really. Can't afford 160 quid or whatever it is for the hosting. But we've got all our music's up on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. We've got plenty of stuff up there. I did a first studio album 3 or 4 years ago called Chained. I've actually got a copy here. That's our first studio album just there. So that's up there. We've also done the singles. We've got sort of 5 new singles up there as well. Give it a stream, see what you think.
So what is your dream gig? Like, who do you want to play with? If you had to pick one gig, who would you open for?
Probably the Black Keys, to be honest. I mean, Dan Auerbach. I'm a huge fan of Dan Auerbach, and that's really got me into his early stuff. Really got me into kind of writing my own stuff because it's not overcomplicated. It is quite basic. It's all riff based stuff. That would be great. Clutch would be great. Anybody, anyone like that would be a dream. I mean, I can't see it happening anytime soon, but you never know. That'd be those two for sure.
So you're a big blues guy, but do you also like folk by chance?
No.
Not at all?
No, I don't know. I'm not, to be fair, Jethro Tull kind of went into a folky kind of era for a while.
That's where I was getting at.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'd take it or leave it. Don't hate it, but certainly wouldn't choose to listen to it, I don't think.
But one of I'm a hit or miss with folk. Like, one of my favorite folk bands is Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Like, that's about the part of my folk. But there's a lot of like early country.
Yeah, the country stuff and the kind of I mean, like I said, more on the blues side for me. Like Left Lane Cruiser. Don't know if you know Left Lane Cruiser, or a duo from America. That kind of proper roughneck kind of blues. Finger picking, slide, all that kind of stuff. I love that.
Well, what I was getting at is there's a lot of like early country artists that I would consider more like folk or blues than country, like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I like Johnny Cash. Yeah.
I don't consider that country. I consider that like folk or blues in some hints. Like like Folsom City Blues, or like like it's blues.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think someone just asked a question about if I'm left-handed. I am left-handed, yes.
Oh, shit. You're a lefty.
Cack-handed, as we call it, yeah. Which is a pain in the ass, to be honest, because you go to guitar shops and, there's walls of guitars, Gibsons, Fenders, loads of nice stuff. And then you get one Squire Stratocaster in a left-handed. And that's it. It's a pain. Really is a pain.
You have to get the Jimi Hendrix or the Paul McCartney models.
Yeah, or just you have to pay a fortune to get a custom. I mean, it's just it's unfair, but it's the way it is. But at the same time, I do. I'm really into kind of unique guitar equipment. I've got a few one-off guitars. I've got a King B custom relic, which I picked up secondhand. My amp rig, I use Matamp, which you may have heard of. Matamp's really big in the kind of stoner rock kind of sphere, particularly in America. It's a Huddersfield-based, a West Yorkshire-based company in the UK, but it's just gone huge in that kind of American desert rock scene. So I've got a full sort of stack of theirs, a one-off finish that no one else has got. So yeah, I just try and kind of just nice to pick things up. It's a bit like a collector's kind of thing, I suppose.
Have you ever tried to play the other way?
I can't hold a guitar that way. Honestly, it feels like I'm holding a piano or something. It feels wrong.
That kind of reminds me of a story I heard. Dave Grohl was at a party one time with Paul McCartney. It was at Paul McCartney's house, and Paul was like, "Hey, can you pick up a guitar and play one of your songs?" And he turned around and they're all left-handed.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Fuck, we do have Max back, and I think we can actually hear him this time."
Oh, I can hear you. Wow.
Oh, hello.
Wow. It's a bit late, isn't it? 45 minutes.
You're only 45 minutes in. Yeah.
We need to play catch up.
What's... Wow. I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulties, I think.
It's all right, dude.
Yeah. Continue on anyway. Continue on.
It's not this podcast without technical difficulties. We had an episode last week. We had Ryan Roxy on here, and we were trying to play a video, and it kept cutting out. So technical difficulties are popular on this show. Welcome to thank you for coming on my pink sock, or however you want to word that.
Big box sounds good to me. Yeah.
Did you hear the story about how the show got its name?
No.
Do you know what a pink sock is?
No, please tell me.
Okay, I'm going to tell this one more time. When you are performing an anal sex, man or woman, if you use no lubricant for a long period of time, or even once, it only takes once. It's like dying from meth. You do it once, you can die. But if you're doing somebody in the ass and you pull out, their asshole can actually come with it. And
Wow.
it will be inside out and dangling, and that dangling mass that looks like a pink sock.
And this isn't a science program I've joined.
No, educational program.
It's a children's show.
Yes.
We're actually sponsored by the Wiggles.
Yeah. That's gross.
What do you mean it's gross?
He's not coming back on now, man.
we were gonna get pink sock podcast condoms made.
Yeah, there was a gap in the
came up
market.
with that.
No.
Yeah, wrap your cock with our pink sock. That's gonna
We came up with a list of things. I sent you like 20 different things.
He said pink sock air fresheners, and I'm afraid of that scent.
Yeah, Wow. Okay. So it's just what you've been talking about for 45 minutes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much
That
in
was
music.
folk music, yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking about folk music. See, I'm really good at giving like knowledge, because Naomi, who's controlling the channel right now, took 3 years of human anatomy, psychology, and pathology, and she never knew what a pink sock was.
Ta-da!
So, ta-da! You pull a fucking rabbit out of that thing.
Alex, did you know about a pink sock before this program?
No, I didn't. No.
Why you didn't Google it?
Did
I'm
you
going to
know?
start checking my arsehole after this program just to see if I've got a pink sock.
How
do you have
hard?
one? Yeah.
How hard do you wipe if you're worried about a pink sock?
Well, I couldn't flush the other day, so that's probably. Yeah.
So you can actually get a pink sock from lifting weights. Like if you like pull up too heavy, you can actually blow your asshole out.
And it all just falls out at once. That's
I learned that from AC Slade. He plays for the Murder Dolls and Dope and Misfits. He's played for the Misfits. Yeah, he and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. He told us about the anal prolapse of lifting weights.
Yeah,
wow.
So he gave me advice.
So there's some advice. If you lift weights, don't overdo it.
It might have happened to me actually, because I was doing I was carrying like loads of shopping back from this town centre, and there was no bus available, and I think I actually got pink sock when I got back.
What do you mean?
I didn't know there was a name for it.
What do you mean you think? I would know for sure if my asshole was inside out.
Did you check?
Well, I didn't need to. It was quite obvious.
I would have needed to. I would have been like, "Is it inside out?" Or what did you push? Did you push it back
I was just
in?
I just kind of like, you know.
Okay. We have the first person here that has had a pink sock.
It wasn't like
wasn't it? Yeah,
So you had a pink sock, and Alex has 3 nuts.
Really? Oh, I've got 3 nuts as well. It's hereditary. We've got.
So, like, is yours in different sacks like Alex's, or are they in
I
one?
don't know about Alex's. I've never had a discussion with it about it. But
Now is the time.
yeah. Well, mine's on the left side of the nut. Like, that's where it is. That's where it comes.
If all of them sit on the left side of the nut, doesn't that make all of them the left and right side?
Maybe I've just got 1 ball then. But then there's like 3.
Okay, if you have 1 ball, does that ball stay like let's say you get your right nut cut off. Is that still your left nut, or is it like your middle? Does it like bounce around in there?
I think the only person I could really ask is Hitler, because he only had 1 ball. But he's
so
not
did
around.
So did Neil Armstrong. Neil
He's gone
Armstrong.
to, I think he's gone to ask him.
I didn't know how many people.
Neil Armstrong's a cheater, though. He got his nut cut off, and now he has wind resistance, and he's able to freaking ride his bike faster. Do you think Hitler killed all them? Do you think Hitler killed all them people because he was missing a nut? Like, he was really upset?
Yeah, he lost a nut, or when you've got a loose nut, and you just murder like 20 million Jews.
Like, was his doctor Jewish that cut his nut off?
Probably. Like, yeah.
Like, he was like, "Oh, them Jews took my nuts."
Wow.
Is this too soon? Is this too soon?
That was too late.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to start dusting off the Titanic jokes next.
My goodness.
I think they should do a Godzilla movie, but like in New York in 2001 when the towers were still there, and like have him go through the tower. I think that'd be cool.
Hmm.
He was off his nut. But yeah, Hitler had 1 nut. Is there any other like celebrities that you know of that had 1 nut? Oh, Max is really happy. Either that or he froze. He's really excited. There he is.
Look at that chin.
He froze for a second, and I thought he was just really happy about Hitler's 1 nut.
Well, the way I've got around this is I'm on a phone now. I'm on a phone now, so a call came in, so then froze me. I'm back.
Okay, tell people to quit calling. So is there any, do you have any other body dysmorphia besides your 3 or 1 nut or whatever you decided you have?
Are you asking me or Alex?
We've been through all this with me already, Max.
Oh, I'm just trying to catch you up.
Yeah.
Me. I've got like strange biceps that are just too big for the rest of my body.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Is this your first time talking to Max?
Yeah. No idea who he is.
I'm not going to get him out or anything. I'm just telling you.
So you look like Popeye? Like, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, a little bit.
I have this really weird thing. My right arm's more built than my left one, and I'm not sure why.
Oh no, every man's like that.
I'm just not sure why. I can lift a lot of weight with this arm.
Yeah. Did you not have that chat with your father then? All right.
No, my uncle taught me how.
Wow.
I remember my first time having sex, and that was my last time in that Catholic church. Like, I'll tell you that much. I quit going.
What?
Freaking Uncle Touchy.
I can imagine that was quite an experience.
Oh, it was great. He had soft hands. and the positive was he took me into the confession booth, and I could be fixed of all my sins. So Alex already told me all the new music stuff, so I think I got you all caught up.
Cool.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So do you guys have like nicknames for each other? Like dipshit? Nothing?
Not really,
No.
no.
I don't think cousin Alex, and like that's about it.
Yeah.
Can you turn yourself down? No.
So where are you at, Max, right now?
Where am I at? Well, of all places, I'm not actually in the UK. I'm actually in Spain, but I'm going back on the 4th of June.
Oh, he has to take a shit.
All right.
I saw that.
No, he's getting a beer. That's more important, isn't it?
Oh, I saw the look on his face. I thought he had to shit. So.
Yeah, after that conversation, he's
one.
probably checking his prostate or something.
I thought you were gonna get, Max thought you were checking your prostate to make sure. I actually had my prostate checked, and it was weird. Like, my doctor didn't warn me. He just stuck his finger in there, and I just went to get my teeth checked. That was a weird dentist. I didn't know what the fuck, but when he stuck his finger in there, he's like, "I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't feel anything." I'm like, "Go deeper. Like, we don't need to bring more doctors into this." But no, I had to get the old colon. Have you ever had a colonoscopy?
No, I had the camera down the front.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was.
I had the one up the old pooper. They put me to sleep. Did they put you to sleep for that?
No.
Oh, fuck that!
Damn.
I'm in Spain.
I'm in Malaga. Was they have a widescreen TV next to the bed so you can watch it all as well. So it's like, here we go. Then you see it on the screen. It's going all the way through into your body. Yeah.
What would have really been fucked up is if they were like down there and like, "Oh shit, we grabbed the wrong camera." Oh fuck. But my dad.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Obviously, if you have to have it, you have to have it. But what the hell?
My dad had to do that, and he said it fucking sucked because he had like throat cancer.
Yeah.
And they like, oh no, like I would have felt like my ex for a good fucking 20 minutes. Like, with a long rod stuck in my throat.
You got a knob like a camera.
Yeah, my dick looks like a camera. Like
I suppose if it's like a SLR camera, then that'd make a bit more sense, wouldn't it?
No, it looks like one of them old
changeable
Polaroids.
lens.
It looks like one of those old Polaroids.
Yeah.
I wish it had a changeable lens because I can pick the size of it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine telling a woman, "Hey, we're gonna make porn"? Really, pull down your pants and your dick's a camera? Like, what the fuck? Did you know there actually is a camera you can put on your Johnson so you can take videos inside?
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. I need to start making some for this. I need to start patenting that and making that for this show. Get you a Pink Sock camera. Oh yeah, we did mention Pink Sock Podcast is probably going to make condoms.
Great.
Yeah.
Do we get like free ones for being on the show?
Yeah, it's going to be wrap your cock with our pink sock. That's what it's going to say. Where at in Spain? Ashley wants to know where at in Spain are you? And Joe Bashir said that brings a new meaning to dick pic. Where at in Spain are you?
Oh, I'm in Malaga. It's really hot. It's like 25 degrees right now.
That just blew my mind.
Because I'm on the show. Well, I'm on a phone, so I can. Like, that's the view.
I'm in Phoenix.
I climbed that mountain the other day.
Oh, nice. I'm in Phoenix, so it's like 98 degrees, I think, today is what it's going to be. And that's Fahrenheit because I'm American and we're fucking weird like that.
Yeah, like you can throw like numbers like that at me and I'm just going to be like, I don't care. Like 90. We do Celsius here and I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit at all.
Could you imagine if it was 98 degrees Celsius? Holy fuck.
Yeah. I lived in Australia actually, and it kind of got to like 50 there. So you could, like, that is stupid hot. That is
That's
ridiculous.
Whereabouts in Australia did you live?
Sorry?
Whereabouts in Australia did you live?
Adelaide. So it's really, really hot there. It's like the hottest city in the world or something.
Yeah.
But it was just ridiculous. And I decided to move house on the hottest day of the year in a car with no aircon. And it was just madness. I actually went insane. And I drove the car backwards and the wing mirror fell off.
Yeah, summertime down here gets pretty hot. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, where are you guys again? Arizona.
I'm from Ohio, but I'm living in Arizona right now. Doof Warrior over here is actually from Australia.
Yeah, I could tell by his. Where in Australia are you from?
I'm from Wollongong in New South Wales, so I'm like an hour and a half away from Sydney.
Yeah. So it's a bit more humid there, isn't it?
What's that, sorry?
It's quite humid there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting colder down here now.
Right. Because like Adelaide was basically dry. It was like a dry heat, so it wasn't like sweaty, but it was just stupid hot. Like
That's how it is here in Arizona. It gets to be like 120 degrees in the summer, but it's like a dry heat, so you can dehydrate much quicker because you're sweating, but you can't tell because it's evaporating. It's so goddamn hot.
Wow. Well, we don't, like England's not like that.
Well, here in Arizona, it's kind of like, remember like Super Mario, that sun that was trying to kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, Tony, my buddy and roommate, told me the other day that Arizona has that sun from Mario. It's trying to fucking kill you. In Australia, though, I would be afraid to live there because every animal is designed to kill you.
It'd freak me out, especially I don't like spiders.
Not all animals.
I would never sleep.
And Australia doesn't have a food chain.
I was putting shorts on.
Australia doesn't have a food chain.
Yeah.
Like everything's designed to kill everything. Like if you showed me a picture of a fucking kangaroo eating a shark, I would not be shocked. Because that's fucking Australia.
I've seen a kangaroo put a dog in a headlock once.
Yeah, they literally
just a video of that.
Yeah.
There was a kangaroo that had his dog, this guy's dog in a headlock, and the guy just went after the kangaroo and punched him in the face and stunned him and let the dog go.
You know what's terrifying? I saw this video of a kangaroo fighting a deer. And I don't know if you know this or not, but deer will stand up on their front legs and box you.
Wow. So because kangaroos do the same thing, so it would have literally been like a boxing match.
Yeah, it pretty much was, but the kangaroo won.
Pretty much, yeah.
The kangaroo did like that drop kick they do and started like fucking up that deer.
They have arms like humans. They look like human arms. So it's just crazy seeing them do anything because they're like half human.
Yeah,
half, rabbit.
And kangaroo are fucking strong.
Yeah.
Like they're ripped. Like they look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're like, yeah, I'll kill you.
Yeah, they're like,
and they fight like Mike Tyson. Like
that should be like Jake Paul's friggin' next boxing match, a kangaroo.
No, I think Jake Paul should have to box Mike Tyson for talking so much shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But what would happen if two kangaroo, ran at each other full speed and jumped into each other's pouches? Would they like disappear?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
They're just
They just form into one big friggin' kangaroo. They'd be like Godzilla. I like
that one.
Dude, that should be the next B horror film, Attack of the 20-Foot Kangaroo. That'd be fucking terrifying. You know how fucking terrifying that would be? No. Well, you know what would be worse? Attack of the 20-foot hippo. That's
Whoa.
fucking. Do you know how terrifying hippos are?
I've never
They
met
kill
one.
more humans than don't they? Do they statistically kill more humans than any other mammal?
Yeah,
Like that.
because they're very territorial and they also have the thickest skin of any animal, so nothing can pierce it. So you can shoot that motherfucker with a shotgun and nothing will happen. Also, they are the only animal that can run underwater. Yes, you heard that right. This big motherfucker can run 20 miles per hour underwater. You know how terrifying that is? You're on a boat and you see this fucking big animal booking it. You're like, shit, I'm going to die. Ew.
Oh, man.
What?
I was reading
Question.
Joe's comment.
I've got questions, Joe. I've got questions. Your uncle, I never thought I'd ever see this in a sentence. My uncle got bit in the balls by a kangaroo. Why was his nuts that close to the kangaroo's mouth? Was he wearing pants?
We want answers.
And I think that'd be the last line of defense a kangaroo would have. You could like box this man. Like, what were you doing to this kangaroo?
I just can't fathom that at all.
I'm honestly like, there's certain animals I'm terrified of, like kangaroos. I wouldn't fuck with one. That's one of them. Also, it's weird living in Arizona and saying this, but I'm also pretty terrified of scorpions. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, scorpions are mad. I was doing a gardening job in Australia, and I was like just digging this hole in the ground, and then I just uncovered this massive scorpion's nest, and like millions of them just came out of the earth, and I was just panicking. It's like, wow, like thousands of them coming out of the ground. So that's my scorpion story. What's yours?
That's even worse because you had Australian scorpions.
Yeah, they were crazy. Like, yeah.
Well, what's crazy, I think Garak can confirm this. In Arizona and in Australia, both, there is scorpions. And you actually have to take your shoe and turn it upside down and shake it in the morning because a scorpion could crawl into your shoe in the middle of the night.
It's either scorpions or spiders.
Yeah.
I think spiders are worse, honestly. Like,
I don't know, because scorpions can like flatten themselves and go under your door. You can kill a spider. If you stomp on a scorpion, you just piss it off.
Yeah. Yeah, you just piss it off.
Like you can.
You stood on me.
Because scorpions, I don't know if you know this or not, but they have a hard shell. You can't kill it by stomping on it. And they also are like cockroaches, but with like stingers. They can crawl under doors and shit.
Oh man, cockroaches! I hate that. You just told it right. The other day we had cockroach in the kitchen, and it was right on the kitchen, and like I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this cockroach? Like, so I managed to corner it underneath the toaster, and then I like squished it with my flip flop, and so I thought it was like, yeah, this is like dead. It's pretty dead. Like I've squished it into the side of the wall, and it's absolutely screwed. But it just kept moving, like this mesh of awful gooey stuff. It was still alive, even by the time I took it to the toilet and put it down the toilet. It was still like moving somehow. But yeah, man, it creeps me out, like that stuff. Like, can we please move on?
You know what's creepy? Living in Ohio, we have something called stink bugs. I don't know if you guys have them. They are this bug about this big, and they travel in packs of like 20 usually. They're this big, they're flat like a cockroach, and if you kill it, it stinks like a motherfucker. Because for defense mechanism, you get near them, they will spray you with this fucking disgusting smell.
What would you liken the smell to? I can't imagine what
honestly, I've never really killed one because it's only if you startle it. So I usually put it like a Tupperware container over it and let it get into the Tupperware container. And then I release it outside because I don't want to kill it. But from what I've been told, it smells very sour kind of smell.
You know, that's when you've had like a Friday night curry and Is it like that bad, or is it like?
I don't know. I've been told that it's pretty bad. It smells like a very like. It smells like a tree covered in cat piss.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a insect. It's skunk, I guess. It's like, but it's not as bad of a smell. Skunk's awful.
Never smelt skunk either.
Oh,
We don't really have any smelly animals over here. Not
we
like
don't
that.
really have any animals.
You guys are in
We're all
a you guys are in a band, so I can kind of explain the skunk smell. Have you guys ever been around somebody who, or have you personally smoked cannabis and it had that very sour, like that very like skunky type smell?
My neighbour smoked it once.
You can smell it outside my house because half the street is smoking in the garden. So
That's what, depending on the type of weed it is, that's what a skunk smells like, but worse.
Like a wet sock.
Yeah, it smells it smells like a wet cum rag. That's what it smells like.
Oh,
Have you ever broken a bone and had like a pot on it for like 3 months? That's a bad smell.
Yeah, that's
I've
pretty
never
much.
broken-
Like a vinegary kind of. Oh, it's just awful.
That's what
That's
a,
interesting. How did you break?
that's what a skunk smells like, pretty much.
How did you break your arm, Alex? We never talk.
It was like 12 years old. I just fell over, I think.
I've never broken.
Nothing exciting.
I've never broken anything. Actually, that's an interesting one. I think I broke my hand once. But this is
Hold
how
on, hold on. You're the only person I know that thinks they do things. I think I pulled my asshole. I think I might have broken a bone. How do you not know what's going on with your own body?
Drummer, aren't I? But like, this is a thing. Like, when I thought I'd broken my hand, I had to do a gig with Alex years ago. So when I was with Idol Maestro, and I think I'd broken my hand, but I went and did the gig anyway.
Yeah, you did. You carried on. To be fair. Yeah.
Have you ever done a gig where like you've been sick, like you have the shits or whatever? Have you ever had that?
Oh yeah, a few times. Yeah.
God, that's miserable. I had a friend that had food poisoning and had to perform.
Yeah, I did one. I can't remember what was wrong with it, but I'd taken a load of cocodamol and I was just completely out of it.
I thought you were just about to say, I've taken a load of cocaine.
Only cocodamol, unfortunately. Yeah. That was a tough gig. I didn't know what I was doing. I just totally out of it.
It was probably a good gig too. That's the sad part.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's the best show you ever did, and you don't even remember it.
Yeah, probably. There was people there watching and everything. Yeah.
So the side effect of cocaine is it gives you the shits. Got it.
But you're super confident about it.
Have you ever seen the movie Die Hard? No. Get Hard. No, what was it called? It was the Dewey Cox story. It's starring John C. Reilly. He plays this musician, and he's backstage in the backstage area, and he's like goes into this room, and his manager is snorting coke off the counter, and he's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "You don't want any of this, Dewey. It turns good thoughts into bad thought. It turns bad thoughts into good thoughts, and it makes you very confident." He's like, "I think I do want some of this." And then later on in the movie, they're smoking pot, and they're like, what's that? And he's like, "You don't want any of this, Dewey. It makes you very happy, and there's no negative side effects." And he's like, "I think I do want to try this."
Madness.
So, you guys have shows or anything to promote? Since we're reaching the hour mark and Max finally joined us.
It was actually convenient because I've probably pushed the show further than it should have gone then. Because I've come in and I've kind of hijacked the show. And then it's now an hour and 15 minutes it's been live.
Well, once shows start coming back, you guys are more than welcome to come back on the show whenever you want.
Yeah,
I've
we should have
enjoyed
some good stories to share once we get gigging. This is a weird thing. Like you meet up with friends now after you've been locked away for like 12 months, and you don't really have anything to talk about because like
Right.
you haven't done anything.
Well, this
You know
one
what I
day I
mean?
was on the couch.
You know what this is like?
Yeah.
You know what this is honestly like? This is like everybody just got out of prison.
Yeah. It's like 5-minute chat and you're all caught up. There's nothing else to say. You know, it's but yeah, we'd love to come back on once we get out and about. And
Well, on this show, due to it being open discussion, because we started this during the pandemic, so a lot of people didn't have shit to talk about, but they wanted to still talk.
Right.
So I'm like, let's just talk about whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I guess it's a kind of combination of I've got nothing to talk about, but I want to talk about everything.
Yeah, I want to talk about everything that has happened in my life. So when I was 4 years old, I got this weird rash on my butthole, and I went to the doctors, and like
One time I was carrying my shopping bag, and
one time at
I
band
think
camp,
I gave myself a pink sock.
this is kind of like therapy for everyone. They just come on these shows.
yeah, I was expecting to talk about music and stuff when I came on this show. But
no, we've done that. It didn't take too long.
we talked about music, but I asked the first question I asked was Alex about his third nut because I was really interested about where it's
So-
located.
where did you find out this facts about Alex? 'Cause I've never heard this in my life. Maybe it's
You
because
saw-
It just happened. It was a logging on process of getting on here.
Yeah, there's actually.
Yeah.
Did you fill out the questionnaire before you came on here?
Wow.
But yeah, gigs. We've got first gig is 17th of July for anybody that's in the UK. It's a small bar called the Den, which is in our hometown. So 17th of July, and then yeah, just visit our socials really and keep an eye on it. So hoping with Ashley now, who's managing us, which is great. You know, she's really getting stuck in and trying to help us out because it's tough. It really is tough getting gigs and getting out there. So. Yeah, just check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and yeah, we'll be sure to let you know when we're out and about. Yeah.
Which you can find on Facebook and Instagram at Hellfire Jack Band. Yep. So you guys, how'd you get your band name? Since we haven't really talked music, so we might as well talk music before we cut this podcast.
Yeah, I mean
off.
the name it's just a northern saying is Hellfire Jack. Probably. I guess you guys in America wouldn't have heard of it before, but it's just a phrase. It's just an expletive, you know. Oh, Hellfire Jack. Instead of saying oh shit or you know whatever's gone wrong, and it just seemed to work. To be honest, just took it on and I went from there. It's weird though because everyone thinks that either me or Max is called Jack, and it gets quite confusing because neither of us are clearly called Jack. So it does get a bit confusing at times, but yeah, it seems to work.
So does that mean that you guys, when you come to the States, if you ever do shows, you should have an opening act called "Oh Shit"?
Yeah. You know it.
This is a whole lineup. There's "Oh Shit." There's Hellfire Jack. There's "Holy Fuck."
That's the Owl Band.
Yeah.
Holy hell, bloody hell.
Yeah.
That's the
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell is a proper Yorkshire saying. I mean, our granddad, man and Max's granddad Jeff, he was a proper Yorkshire farmer. You know, bloody hell, this and that.
Well, actually, if it's proper Yorkshire, it's not bloody hell. It's bloody L.
It's bloody hell.
Without the
Bloody,
H.
bloody. It's actually bloody, so it's almost like a U sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drop the H though. Yeah, drop the H.
If a band had that name, it would be BLU with the two like motorhead dots above it.
Yeah.
DY, and then the apostrophe, like, and then ELL.
Yeah.
It'd be bloody hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Spot on.
But go see Hellfire Jack in a town near you if you live in Britain. That is.
We got merch for sale as well. If you go on the Facebook, you can get it through the shop and stuff. We got some pretty cool T-shirts and
Max has the shirt
CDs.
on him. I think.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Got some. We've even got face masks. Look a bit like some women's pants, but yeah.
Oh, that could be a thong. Like it could.
Yeah. So, we've got loads of stuff. We've got loads of different T-shirt designs, but yeah, just have a look. The main thing is just give us a follow and keep up to date with what we're up to, really.
And they're also on Spotify, Deezer. They're everywhere, all over.
Yeah.
But
we've got some nice stuff coming out as well.
What kind of stuff you got?
We are hoping for a release late. Well, we're hoping for later this year, but it might get pushed to next year the way things are going. But yeah, there's new stuff coming out all the time. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled.
Sweet. I'll keep my. What does that mean? Like you peel?
I don't know.
It's like I'm looking for,
yeah.
Keep your eyes like all I imagine. Like I'm gonna peel my eyes.
I know some people who can actually do that. Who can pull their
roll their eyes
out.
Yeah.
Oh, the people that can turn their eyelids inside out.
Yeah. That's pretty much the gist of keep your eyes peeled.
I used to be able to turn my earlobe inside out. That was a weird talent.
Earlobe.
You know what? You know what business I plan on getting into in Garak. This is a great idea. I want to become a circumcisioner, but like when I circumcise the people, I want to deep fry the skin and make pork rinds out of it.
Oh, that's probably. It sounds like something the Scottish would do.
Yeah, and then sell it in Scotland.
Yeah, you'd probably sell there, I think.
Did you know in Scotland that's where the condom was invented?
Really?
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Was it like a cow's intestine?
No, it was a sheep's intestine, actually.
Oh, nearly.
Yeah, in the 1600s, they used sheep intestines, and in the 1800s, they finally removed the intestines from the sheep.
Did you just make that up now, or is that like a preloaded joke?
I heard that. I forget where I read that.
Really good one.
But I read that somewhere. But it was nice talking to you guys. I'm going to let you guys go because we are reaching the hour-and-a-half mark.
Alex has gone into lithium mode.
Alex is over there drinking his life away. We're actually donate to my PayPal. We're going to use that money for Alex's AA meetings.
And his beard products.
Yeah, and we're also going to use it for his beard products, and we're going to also use it so that Max can get his pink sock fixed.
Can you guys come out with some beard products under the damn name? That'd be good. I'll buy it.
Yeah, you guys should make beard products. Hellfire Jack's beard products.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for having us, guys. Yeah,
but it was nice. It was nice having you guys on. We'll see you again. You guys are more than welcome back on the show once you have more to talk about. And
yeah, sure.
Hopefully,
back on.
And hopefully we can get Max actually on next time.
Well, we might be in the same room.
Right? Yeah. And I think he answered a phone call. But anyway, looking forward to part 2. Thank you guys. And remember everyone, live long, rock hard.
See you guys.
See you guys.